Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Unique and today, I have a heartbreaking and mysterious story to share with you. It's about a young truck driver named Javion Magee from Bellwood, Illinois, whose life was tragically cut on September 11, 2024, in Henderson, North Carolina. Javion Magee, just 21 years old, was found dead near his truck, leaning against a tree with a rope around his neck. Initially, authorities suggested it was a suicide, but his family and many others have serious doubts. Javion's family, represented by Candace Matthews, is demanding transparency and thorough investigation. They believe critical details are missing and are pushing for answers. Authorities revealed that Javion purchased the rope from a local Walmart before his death. However, the family insists that Javion had no history of mental health issues and was excited about his future, having recently obtained his commercial driver's license. The FBI is now involved in the investigation, and the Vance County Sheriff's Office has promised to share the autopsy results with the family before making them public. Javion's mother and family deserve answers. They traveled to North Carolina, seeking the truth about what happened to their beloved son.
We were asking questions after this man was found dead in Vance County at the base of a tree with a rope around his neck. His name is Javion Magee. Many of you reached out to us after a TikTok video went viral. WRO's Destiny Patterson has been digging into his death and joins us live from Vance County. Destiny, you spoke to the sheriff today. What do we know about this crime, about this case from law enforcement?
Just in the last 20 minutes, we've gotten a search warrant that gives us more insight into this investigation. A representative for the family says that Javion Magee was a truck driver, and I'm told that trucks often park here while making deliveries at a nearby Walmart distribution center. The sheriff said that Magee was found outside of a fenced area of this business, and they say that they found him at the base of a tree with a rope around his neck. 21-year-old Javion Magee stopped through Vance County as part of his job as a truck driver. It's a long way from where he lived in Illinois. Deputies found him dead Wednesday under a tree with a rope wrapped around his neck.
We have a lot of questions, not enough answers.
Candace Matthews identifies herself as a spokesperson for his family. She says law enforcement initially told them Magee died by suicide.
This young man has not had no indication of no type of suicidal ideation. He doesn't have a history of mental illness.
At no point in time that we have said this was a suicide.
Vance County Sheriff Curtis Brame says they're still investigating Magee's death. Magee's family does not believe he took his own life. But how can we rule out a hate crime at this point?
Look at me and who I am. If I thought that anyone, regardless of their race, was lynched in Vance County, I would have it all over national news. When we got there, he was sitting with his back up against the tree on the ground. It's something common we would say, and we would call a jail suicide or homicide, where a person does not have enough height to hang or dangle.
Magee's family says they were told surveillance footage showed Magee buying a rope from Walmart. The sheriff says they're still looking into that. He says the medical examiner's office will officially determine the cause of death.
Mom and stepdad and dad has not even seen his body yet.
Sheriff Brame says the family could not view the body in person due to distance.
We want to see everything. We want full transparency.
As I mentioned before, we do now have a search warrant. We're going to continue to dig through that and bring you those details as we get them. Even at this hour, the family stories and law enforcement stories don't quite align. Now, Magee's family has hired a national civil rights attorney, and an autopsy has been ordered and will be performed. Destiny Patterson, WRL News, Vance County.
Yeah, and Lauren, you mentioned all that social media attention getting national attention, and it's that pressure that prompted the sheriff to release more information. And now, with Javion Magee's parents here on the ground in North Carolina, we're now getting a better timetable on the hours and days leading to his death.
We want justice! When do we want it? Now!
Surrounded by supporters, Javion Magee's parents making the trip to North Carolina from Chicago and Texas for something no parent should ever have to go through.
I just ask that you guys keep us in prayer.
The family meeting with Vance County investigators for several hours before making it clear they still have unanswered questions about Javion's death.
The manner and cause of death have not been determined. So for any suggestion that it's a suicide, anybody stating that it was a suicide, would be grossly premature.
But the pressure on the sheriff prompted him to release new details on the timetable of Javion Magee's death. We know Javion was in Henderson dropping off a load at the Walmart distribution center on September 10th. Just before 5 p.m., his truck was seen idling in the dirt parking lot not far from where his body would later be found. He then goes to Walmart, where surveillance video shows him buying utility rope. On the way out in the parking lot at around 6:22 p.m., he gives something to a homeless person outside. Investigators talked to the man who said Javion gave him $228 and told him, "I don't know how much it is, but if I had more, I would give it to you." He then goes to a Hampton Inn nearby, but there wasn't a room available. So instead, he heads back to that dirt lot off Vanco Mill Road where he was earlier. At 6:52, seen walking away from his truck to the woods alone with an object in his hand. At 7 p.m., he goes back to the truck without anything in his hand. Then, 30 minutes later, the truck's ignition is turned off and never started again. He's then seen on video walking away from the truck alone. His body would be discovered with the wrapper from the rope lying next to him. As the case now plays out, Javion's father wants people to remember him.
He was one of the first people that say, "Hey, Dad, I'm about to go drive," and I'm like, "Wow, well, what make you want to do that?" He said, "I just want to do it. I want to put in my work," and that's just how he was. He wanted everybody to be together. That was his heart.
Yeah, and that is what has the family so puzzled. They say they had just spoken to Javion 2 days before this happened. They say there was no signs that anything was wrong. As a matter of fact, after this latest trip, he was excited to go visit his family in Texas. So obviously, still a lot of unanswered questions for them. Now, in the meantime, as we wait the results of that official autopsy and toxicology, the family says once they are able to recover Javion's body, they also want to conduct their own independent autopsy in this case. We're live in Henderson. Tom George, ABC 11, Eyewitness News.
We will continue to follow this story and provide updates as they become available. Please keep Javion's family in your thoughts during this difficult time. Please help me in supporting this channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this and other important stories. Until we see each other again, I'm sending everyone love and light, and please be safe out there. Thanks for watching.